telephone lines were jammed, the IBA was on the phone, and it certainly had upset people. And one of the main tasks that I had was to calm them, because they were full of apprehension and fear. And I think they would have been very happy if we'd said we were scrapping the series. And I think, if I remember rightly, they wanted to see, if not the rough cuts, certainly the scripts of everything from then on. Some sort of surveillance was put on us.
You do not win.
It was axed in the sense that people didn't see it at the time they were intended to see it. It was put out late. And indeed, I could be wrong, but I think the London companies may have dropped the last episode or two. Not for lack of ratings, we're sure of that, but just for fear of incurring displeasure.
Show respect.
But we did miscalculate. We could have done a better PR job, both before and after, if we hadn't miscalculated.
Do as you are told.
Yes. Welcome, it's party night. Yes, it's TSW, the sign and the symbol of independent television here in the Southwest, your new program company. And tonight, we at TSW, which we hope you will come to look upon as television simply wonderful.
Club X was the much-hyped youth TV disaster of 1989.
Welcome to the event of the week as it arrives live and ticking into your front room. Get ready for the unexpected as we lash together 90 power-packed minutes of music, art, drama, fashion and culture.
What we tried to do with Club X was to make something that sang and danced in the corner of the room, and much of the time I think it did.
Tonight we have Baby Ford and their new single, Philippines and Chaos Art.
If you come out as well as that, you have to get the audience power.
When the programme was first shown, it was just an unmitigated disaster. The first programme was terrible.
What are your first thoughts?
We'd invented a program which was far too ambitious for television, which took place in a nightclub, which basically could not be sound recorded by even the most brilliant sound recorders the world had ever known. Coupled with the fact that on the first night that transmission went down the London area.
What's your impression of power? What does it mean to you?
Power is television. It means control.
Yeah, that's a good one.
We knew on our first night that we had a talked about nightmare.
It was written up in the press following days of Mercy killing, and the general attitude was that Michael Grade had pulled the plug on it, and that was quite easy to believe, having seen the first programme.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sarah Blumstein's Last Supper.
I think it's indulgent arty-fartiness, really.
Indulgent arty-fartiness. Club X is a disaster, says The Independent. Club X is like the South Bank show in Stringfellows, according to the Birmingham Express, some local paper. And the best one, I think, has to be Robert Elms, who described this as being remarkably inept. Well, thank you very much for all the publicity.
I think it got a bad press because it was provocative and difficult. And there's no question that parts of it were apocalyptically awful.
Right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Anthropometry 1989. Big hand, if you would, please.
Around program 3, we somehow found ourselves with a studio full of naked women daubing themselves in blue paint. And that to me was an extraordinary, ghastly, marvelous piece of television.
It actually just had things which were purely sensationalist, and there was no excuse for them, possibly no justification for them. There was no excuse for them.
You always learn lessons, but no one sets out to create something that doesn't work.
People were giving it a bit of time to get over its teething troubles, but it never really did. And it had 23 weeks to get over its teething troubles, and at the end it was just as bad, possibly worse, than it had been at the beginning.
Also, you'll find out how advertising rips off art and a brand new controversial humorous drama about football violence.
All right, well, listen, what's the program about? Let's check it and see.